Uh-oh, Rndr's in trouble, guys. We got to be checking out critical levels here for Rndr. Currently down 10.3%. But like I said, we're going to be checking out the critical levels for Rndr and where it could potentially drop here if we get some negative reports for the NVIDIA earnings report coming out next week, 8 days from the time of this recording right now. So let's jump right into it. But first, 71% of you guys are watching these videos are not hitting that subscribe. Make sure you are hitting that subscribe, guys. Join the Crusader Army here. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day. And here we go. So let's dive into this chart here, guys. As we can see, first up is this green line right here. You guys might not be able to see that too clearly. Let me zoom in here for you guys a little bit. This green line represents the VWAP. As you guys can see, Rndr has been on a nice upward trend since the bottom over here around $7.19 and a massive climb all through the month of May, right? And now we kind of start to top out, hit this purple line, this outer band of the VWAP, got rejected, heading towards the resistance 3 of the monthly pivot here, right? The third resistance here of $12 didn't quite reach it. We went as up as high as $11.66. Now we've come back down. We lost resistance 2, which was $10.54. And we've also re-entered the previous month, April range right now below, which is currently below, what's the price point here? Below $10 exactly. And we're bouncing right now as of today, right? Today is May 14th. We are bouncing off resistance 1. We had a bounce off of it here. We flipped it into support and we jumped back up. Can we do this once again? We did it yesterday. Can today also hold, which is $9.59? If it does not, look what's down here, guys. We have the naked point of control for the month of April, which has not been tapped yet. Well, I'm sorry, I lie. It has been tapped here. It was tapped here, and then it bounced back. So it's not naked anymore, but it is a point of control, which is right above or right below the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement, which is pulled from this bottom to this top. We have the 0.5 sitting at $9.21. The point of control is sitting right below that at $9.11. So that should be a nice area of support. If that is lost, we have a gold pocket sitting down here, the 0.618 and 0.65 between $8.63 and $8.47. And guess what else is down here? That's right, the next band below the VWAP, right? The next band that you would try to find some support off of, and it would try to bounce from here. So this VWAP band down here, right, lined up with this gold pocket. If we get a negative earnings report, which is coming out here May 22nd, which today was the 14th, we are 8 days away from this report. If we get bad news on this report, and along we get Jerome Powell or anything coming out a little hawkish with the CPI data, anything coming out here from the federal government, it's going to be very bad for crypto. And if Bitcoin takes a dump to the downside, as we can see here, Bitcoin right now is continuously getting rejected from the 63,000. If we lose this 61 and we break down to the lower end for the first line of support here at 58,000, we bottomed out around 58. That would be a drop of about, let me see right here, about 5%, give or take. I'm still targeting that we do drop to the downside. We get bad news. We're dropping down to 55,000 for Bitcoin. That is going to be a very aggressive drop for Rndr, reaching, right, a potential of, if we break down below this gold pocket, a 20 to 30% drop takes us down to this weekly naked point of control here at $7. So the last time we were down here, we left a naked point of control behind that has not been tapped since we've been down there. It's a weekly. It doesn't need to be tapped. There's no guarantee, right? It takes us all the way down below the outer band of the lower end of this VWAP right here, which is sitting at $7. So that is a massive drop to the downside. But first, right, the levels that we've been seeing, if we lose $9.59, expect $9.21 to 11 to be holding support. If that is lost, then we're heading down to this gold pocket between 863, 847. I potentially will be loading up somewhere around here, starting to dollar cost average. Me personally, is not financial advice. It's just what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be dollar cost averaging around here. Then we got the monthly pivot down here at $8, which is right above the value area low of this range, sitting at $7.90. Now, if this is lost, this is when I would think that we're going to go for this weekly naked point of control here at $7 flat. Like I said, if from here down, I will be dollar cost averaging Rndr. I do have a price prediction out there for Rndr. It's up there. It's linked up here right now if you guys haven't seen it. And I do believe that somewhere in that price prediction, there's a lot higher price for Rndr in the long term. So I would be dollar cost averaging personally below $8. Obviously, a lot of you guys probably have positions a lot lower, don't need a dollar cost average. I missed out the beginning of Rndr, and I will be continuing to dollar cost average and loading up my bag here. So that being said, guys, now to the upside, right? That's to the downside. To the upside, if we get positive news and start bouncing back above, we need to break above the $9, the $10 range right now, right? We need to break back above this range. We're going to be hitting $10.54. That's going to be resistance once again being tested. And then $12 would be the next level of resistance here that is going to be massive for Rndr. But if we get a good bounce from here, even if we come down to 921 before the earnings report next week, which is 8 days away, a lot of things can happen in 8 days. We can definitely drop from where we're at right now. We can definitely drop 6%, even 13%, all the way down to this gold pocket, fill it, and then bounce back up to this $12 resistance. That's definitely in the play for Rndr, guys. So that's all I got for Rndr right now. Blockchain Crusader, crusading these blockchains every single day. Make sure you join the Crusader army. Until next time, see ya.